I'm so sorry I've been MIA lately. A lot's been going on with figuring out my schedule for school and what's going on with that. But anyways, hi, my name is Tessa. Welcome back to Ringette. This is my channel. I'm teaching you guys how to be better at goalies so you guys can get the proper training you need, even if it's through YouTube. I'll be trying my best to start doing more live stream drills and stuff, and taking you guys through what I do and day in the lives and all that stuff, but also helping you guys to become better goalies yourselves. If you haven't seen the thumbnail or the title, we're talking about Ringette Terminology, which in understandable English translates to words you will often hear in Ringette, more like all the time. No, I'm not over-exaggerating that. Without further ado, let's get this show on the road. Differences between Ringette terms and hockey terms. Some terms are the same. A lot of the terms are different. Different rules, so it makes the terms a little bit harder to comprehend, and terms can be really hard to understand, which is why I'm here today to break them down for you so you can understand the game you love that much better. Terms related to the blue lines. Both sides, when you carry the ring from one side of the blue line to the other, or you pass it over, no one else touches it, and you pick it up, or it wasn't tipped. Two or touched, not tipped. Wrong tip. Two lines is when you pass the dump thing from one end to the other, and no one touches it. So the other team has to touch before your team can. Play it also ties in the two lines, so if the ring is dumped over both blue lines, no one touches it from the other team, and it's been like 5 seconds, the ref will yell play it and clear, and like swipe throw circles like they're waving off a goal. And obviously anyone on the ice can play the ring. Pass over the blue line kind of speaks for itself. It's the passing like over the blue line to your teammate or perhaps to the other team. Cut. So you're cutting to get open, preferably at a 45-degree angle. You'll learn more about that at the older ages. Get open. Obviously, you're getting open to receive a pass. Keep moving is keep moving your feet while receiving a pass and not stopping, because then it makes it harder to get going again, and the other team can take the ring away from you, just like that, or cause a move it to lose it play, and then gain the ring. Turns related to the offensive zone. L passing, so passing in an L formation. This is a play. Cycling, another type of play where you have one player just skating in circles. Shot clock, you have 30 seconds to get a shot off, and if not, the ring goes to the goalie or to the other team, depending on where the ring is, not just the goalie. Offensive free pass, obviously when there's a stoppage in or near the offensive zone, and it's how we start a play. No goal speaks for itself. A goal is ripped off, doesn't cross the line. Goalie saves it or you miss in that, so no goal. Drop pass is a pass where you're skating forwards and someone else is skating forwards behind you, and you put your stick behind you, lift your stick out, and keep going, where your partner skates into it and picks it up. Back pass, it's not a forward pass, it's most mainly performed on the backhand. You pass it behind you to your teammate behind you while moving. Drop pass is also in motion. Line change, regroup is obviously when you skate out of the zone to regroup and set up a new play. Line change, you often put a girl in the corner or have them cycle while everyone else goes change. Forward in, you accidentally or purposely put forward in on a play. Delay a game goes to forward in if the player touches the ring or joins the play. D go in is when you pull the goalie and you need a D to go in, so coaches will often yell at one of your D-man to go in. Jump means there's no forward or center back in the offensive zone, and one of your defensemen jumps in to take over that spot. Same thing goes for defensive plays. The center of D is in back, a forward can jump in. Turns related to defensive zone. Backdoor obviously means your post, someone's there for a one-time or a cross-crease pass. Man on is a type of coverage where everyone picks up a man. Drop is a drop pass, and you're letting your goalie to know that there is a drop pass there. Then you have watch high, so someone's open at the top, waiting for a pass to shoot. Watch shot is for an offensive free pass, warning your D or your goalie that there's a shot coming, or a shot from the top coming. Watch drive, someone is trying to drive through an open lane and crash a triangle, so you're warning your D about that. Watch cross crease, warning your D or your goalie that there's a cross crease pass coming and that there's someone on the back door and you need to watch out and try and make sure that pass does not happen. Push out is how we keep the forwards away from our goalie. They can't extend, or else it is a cross-checking penalty. Triangle is a position of D play, so it's your center at the top and then your 2D below that, so you're kind of like skating in a triangle the whole time. Get back is when your D is what coaches say for D and centers are caught too far up there, so get back and help out the goalie, so breakaways are limited. Challenge, this is for goalies, so you're challenging the shooter. D, the thing with challenging is basically just trying to challenge them and push them away and take out the lanes. So your check is a one-handed check, that's efficient for D, because most D play with one hand on the stick. Goalie ring! This is for my goalies. This is when you throw the ring, whether it be from the start of play or the ring is in your crease, or because of a save, or because you pass it back to you. Watch low. Obviously, there's someone low, waiting to cycle up. Watch drop. Secure itself. Watch the drop pass. Killing the clock means they're either killing the shot clock or they're killing the game clock because they're winning. Defense and trying to keep possession. Defensive free pass, not used often, but it's the opposite of an offensive free pass. Watch side dish, that's watch the hash marks by the board on an offensive free pass. It's like a back safety play. Breakout is obviously when you get the ring out of your zone and up the ice. Watch forward, I often say this when they pull the goalie and put forward in. That's showing my D, and no goalie, same thing as basically watch forward, just so you know there's no goalie at the other end of the ice. Challenges related to penalties. Delay penalty. So the team that committed the penalty doesn't have possession, so the ref's arm is straight up in the air. Tripping, obviously you trip the player with either your stick or your skate and they foul. Hooking, speaks for itself. Stick gets stuck in the jersey or glove and you pull and they fall. Slashing, any contact other than the bottom of the stick will be considered a splash. Slash even the goalie's face mask after a shot because you're too close. Anytime you hit a goalie's equipment with a stick. Delay of game. Obviously you're delaying the game in some sort of way, like sitting on the ring on purpose or pulling the ring into the crease and so forth. Too many men. Speaks for itself. The team is caught with more than 5 players on the ice. Happens more than they think. Unsportsmanlike contact is mainly for coaches, but it does happen to players. It's when someone does something unsportsmanlike, like yell at the refs, yell at the players, swear at a player, anything like that. Body contact, obviously this is not going to export, so you can't body check, so obviously that's a penalty that speaks for itself. 2-minute minor is the length of our minors. 4 minutes is the length of our majors. Game misconduct, not too often, but they do happen. It's essentially where you get kicked out of the game for doing something. Roughing, not an often penalty, but more common in the older ages. Can lead to a game misconduct if it breaks into a fight. High sticking, anytime your stick goes above your shoulder, is near a ref, player, or hits someone in the cage, it is a penalty. Interference, obviously you can't purposely stop someone from getting to the ring or getting into the play, and you also can't set a moving pick. Boarding, when you get hit or hit someone in the board, is most commonly boarding. You often see it in like 16As when it's majors. Obviously, your major penalties, which are severe penalties, and minor, which are intent to injure the enemy or minors. 2 in the box is when one team has 2 in the box. 3 in the box is when one team has 3 in the box, or each team has 1 in the box for 2, or one team has 2 and the other has 1 for 3. Penalty box, where you go if you get a penalty. Come out is when you come out of the penalty box. Most teams often have you go straight to the bench. Two zones is where the ring is placed after a penalty stops the play, and if not, if the penalty doesn't stop the play, it just goes to the team, to whatever team would get it. If there wasn't a penalty on the play. Turns related to center ice. Touch/tip. This is mainly for refs, so if you tip it over the blue line or it's touched on the team line, the refs will communicate with the opponent that was touched or tipped. Green ring. Ring is a word to the green team or the colored jersey. White rings. The ring is a word to the white team or the light colored jersey. Dump it means obviously you weren't going to get a perfect pass off, so you're just going to dump it in the zone, whether it be from the other end of the ice or from center. Regroup, obviously you can cycle on center ice or your end to try and find an open player, or also to kill a clock. Line change, obviously you're going to go for a line change. I'm open! It's something players yell when they're open for a pass. Cut, once again, you're doing this, get open, preferably at a 45-degree angle. Head up / head on the swivel is skating with your head up so you know what's going on and you're aware of what's going on around you, so there's no major collisions. Check is obviously when you check the stick to get the ring off. Move it or lose it. So when one team has possession is refusing to move the ring, while the other team is actively checking and trying to move the ring. So obviously it will be awarded to the team that's trying to move the ring, so you have to move it or you lose it. Pass it. Speaks for itself. Coaches will yell at you to pass the ring if you're not. Support pass is when you have 2 or 3 on and you need to get it to a open teammate to get the pressure off of you. Man on type of coverage speaks for itself. Everyone picks up a man. Watch her. Coaches will yell at it, tell you to watch a certain player and her number so that you or him shut them down and make sure they're covered at all costs. Skate obviously means you need to skate and hustle. Get open means you need to get open because your team needs to make a pass desperately. Cover speaks for itself, covering the other team. Play, blank, so like code names. My team had plays center ice called Worm and Snake last year. That's just a few of them. Turns related to plays. Dish is obviously like a dish pass to the side. Side pass is a pass on the offensive zone free pass to the other side of the ice for a one-timer. Cycle. Talked about this before, just skating in circles. Kill a clock. Watch drop. Obviously you're going to watch the drop pass. High. So you're going to play 2 high. Like 2 forwards high or 2 D high, depending on where the ring is. High low. Same thing as high, except one's on the firing the ringette line and one's up high. Goes for both forward and defense. Green, when you put someone in front of the goalie. Pick. Pick is when you stand by a D, but you're not interfering. It's like, how do you explain? So you like stop them from getting in the play while setting a scheme for your team. Moving pick is the opposite of a pick. You set a pick, but you're moving, which can lead to an interference penalty. Backdoor, obviously, goalie watch your post. Cross case is a pass across the crease. Low lock is a shot walking across the crease. They're not in it, but they're on top of it to get the goalie moving, and it is a high scoring chance. Spin is when you either spin from your forehand to your backhand or vice versa, backhand or forehand. Hide is when someone is with the ring and is hiding behind the net. Power left is a breakout for goalie ring. When both D go to the left and your center goes to the right. Power right is the opposite of that. So the D go to the right and the center goes to the left. Flare is when the center goes behind the net and then the 2D flare up the corners and up the boards. Code names, you can have code names for plays. Like last year we had a code name. Forget what it's called, but it was for the forward to come in. So for the ball breakout, set it up obviously means set up a play. Or they're going to. Turns related to goalies, our favorite part. Hold it obviously means you're gonna hold it instead of throwing it. Get open. I'll yell at me to get open, and I have no one to pass to, and I want to throw it and not hold it and give the other team the ring. 5 seconds is as long as how much time we have to throw it. Here is essentially what they here and open are what D will call to the goalie to receive the throw. First option will be your D on your throwing hand side. Second option will be D on your non-throwing hand, and the third option will be either your center, further high, or behind the net. New breakout tells us is when your coach wants us to make a new breakout. Change the breakout because teams are catching onto it. Brought in and pulled in is not allowed. It's when you pull the ring into your crease. This can lead to a delay game. Come and skate obviously means go to the bench. Watch backdoor. You're telling your D to watch your backdoor, just so they can block that pass. Watch side dish. Obviously watch the dish to the sideboards off of your pass. Shot. Watch the shot off the free pass. Either block it yourselves or move out of the way and let me save it. Last 10 seconds either for game clock, penalty, or shot clock, bang your stick on the ice to let your team know they need a shot off, or it's going to be even. Even is what I yell at my players when the other team's penalty has expired, so they're going to go back to 4-on-4 or 5-on-5. So the teams are even. Watch 4 is what I say when they put 4 in, just to let my team know, hey, they have a 4th player in, watch the box, and don't chase. Also, I forgot in defensive zone, there's something called butt-to-butt. So that's when you have 2 penalties and you can only have 2 in, your D are going to play butt-to-butt and are not going to chase. Sorry, I forgot to include that, but that's what butt-to-butt means. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. But remember,